I wish the day I became a dad I had received a how-to guide to doing it right, but that didn't happen. I knew that whether I was prepared to be a dad or ready to throw caution to the wind and play it by ear, that I was the best at determining what's right for my kid. I can't count the number of days I woke up and looked at my kid and thought, wow, I suck at this. It's only natural to doubt your own ability. In fact, I would be more concerned if I didn't think I was wrong every once in a while. Concern for one's ability to do any sort of task is good, as it supports the need and desire to grow and do better. Some people out there feel it's their duty to tell others how to parent, and this impacts our society and freedom. Since I left my copy of How to Parent My Child at the hospital, I have had to do my best by my own accord, and have not yet required the use of the government or others' opinions. It's the sad truth that the government and other scrappy, ready-to-battle parents have relied heavily on stereotypes, media, and impersonal experience to tell parents they're wrong. I remember watching a commercial about Huggies that basically said that dads are horrible parents. They used the stereotype that dads don't care about their children enough to keep them clean and healthy, so they could sell their extra strong, super absorbent diapers. It was extremely offensive. This type of stereotyping has even reached to the courtrooms, where only around 18% of custody battles favor the father. It's become an epidemic that men can't parent as well as women. But don't let me take the focus away, as the issue here isn't just about society's opinions on dads, but on all parents. Some of the people in my family are the shining example of how not to be a proper parent. That's right, I said proper. See, you don't need a world's best mom mug to be a parent, and a decent hardworking one at that. Unfortunately, the parents who have fostered an environment resembling a bar brawl in a drug-rampant alley have made other parents and the government doubt the parenting ability of those who are doing what I call just fine. For some reason, because a small percent of parents suck at being decent human beings, the government and control freak soccer mom elite have found it in their hearts to graciously shame nearly all other parents in America. My wife and I have personally been handed copious amounts of shame and injustice. When attempting to get custody of our nieces after my sister-in-law discovered the lucrative business of peddling meth, my wife and I were shamed. In summary, the state of Texas, the parents fostering our nieces, and two-faced annoying lawyers told us we were horrible parents because we were too young, inexperienced, and that we would be just like my sister-in-law. This was a lot of assumptions on their part. You see, assumptions are most likely why American culture is forming parent Nazis. Just the other day we found out we're having a boy. Before we ourselves can even celebrate, a long-forgotten friend texts my wife. She starts spouting facts about keeping our boy intact, as if we ourselves had not already looked into the matter. Even after explaining to her that we knew the facts and have yet to discuss it, she kept going and going to the point of harassment. It was insulting, as it was none of her business how I parent, and the decision my wife and I make for our little ones. I feel that this stems from an overbearing government and the formulation of the internet. Everyone has an opinion, but lately society has found it to be their mission to force their opinions onto others. Between the government using its pretend superpowers of oppression and people living in delusion, there has been a habit of forming frivolous laws. Laws created just to please that one woman who came in last Wednesday and complained because someone packed a peanut butter sandwich in their kid's lunch. Regrettably, there is a trend of creating tax laws to tax the air you breathe and laws to restrict how far you're allowed to turn your steering wheel on the highway. This trend has worked its way to how you parent your children. The longer citizens of the United States have the delusion that their minority beliefs should be law, we will never have the freedom to be the parents we want to be. Simply put, if you want to pack some Oreos in your kid's lunch, then the school can go,
insert expletive here,
and wipe their tears with their federal grant money. It isn't the government's or other citizens' job to tell you how to be you. If we continue with the trend of creating parenting laws, we will lose our individuality and freedom. Human beings have been doing whatever the hell they feel like for a really long time. I mean super long, like ashes to ashes, dust to dust kind of time. On a regular schedule, people have been slaughtering each other just so they can keep doing whatever it is they want. In a nutshell, this is best explained as freedom. Depressingly, it seems that we've lost our fervor for freedom and will just bend one knee to the will of the millions of experts on the internet and Mr. Taxman. I still wait to hear the words "back in my day" whenever I speak to my parents or grandparents, because it usually follows a witty and snarky comment about independence and doing things their way. I pray for the day when people realize it's better to just leave each other alone and give freedom to expression. The government and freaky elite are chipping away at our human ability to experience and learn on our own. The United States used to form laws to keep people safe, but now they just create laws to satisfy ego and suppress freedom. The number one blanket law of parenting is to protect the life you created. With each of these laws, we lose an indescribable spiritual part of us, the natural instinct to protect. The natural moral fiber that knows the difference between right and wrong is slowly being replaced with cops and judges. We are a community of people with individuality. With thousands of different cultures and traditions, how can one person or law rid the world of parents that lack protective instincts? In the end, all parents are life defenders and don't require a lack of freedom to do what's best for their children. The government and freaky elite need to mind their own business so people can do what they do best.